Ladies and gentlemen, it's Santa Maria Raceway time as we get ready here for the Nationals on this great weekend of racing here at Santa Maria Raceway. We have the American Stocks. This is their only night of fun, so they got to make the most of it. The 65 machine starting on the pole. That is Jimmy Texera. Of course, the first name's the one that has the letter X, and we all know that's the most fun one to pronounce. So Jimmy throws it into turn number one, and we're racing here, the first race of the weekend. And in the wall already goes the 57 machine. 57G of Greg Teller, and we have one car around, and I think Teller may have caught the wall again. That's the 27J of Justin Teller. Not a good combo of laps for the Tellers. In fact, that was all the same lap. All cars continue on. We continue racing. Battle for the lead and battle for third. Couple groups getting into each other here. Taking the lead, the 414 machine is Rich Denman. And you know what they say about Denman. He is a demon on track. See the Lightning McQueen look-alike machine. That is the 55M of Christina McGeary. And riding out this field, the 51 of Mike Weigel. And the 7 of Sheldon Bailey. And contact. Because why not? Well, one car is going down a lap. It is the first of the two Tellers that are at threat of going down a lap. Denman is a driver that I'm sure no American stock racer is excited to see show up at the racetrack, because this is what we commonly see out of Denman. That car and driver combo is a tough one to beat. 51 car you see spinning out. We go looking for the track, just trying to get back on it. Now, all the American stocks that are here are set to start the main event. We don't have to worry about B mains for them. Fun to see the American stocks here at this Nationals event. Each heat race will be 8 laps total. And Denman's going to see the white flag fly. Now both Tellers are a lap down, but one's smoking. One's trying to steal the show. It's the 27J machine. So it's Justin Teller. But he's trying to chase down Greg Teller for the lucky dog. If we had such a thing. Oh, boy! Oh, McGeary said, move out of my way! Whoa, the Tellers! Coming to the checkered flag. It was almost a story to be told. Whew! Well, nice save with those drivers. Denman takes the first race of the weekend. It is the heat race for the American stocks. We have another one lined up, ready to go. Heat race number 2 for the American stocks. Getting ready to go. It's the final countdown. I was looking over. I see modified, or excuse me, hobby stocks lining up. I thought modifieds were racing next, but I'll just have to check the schedule. As we get ready, man, they just want me to get through the whole starting lineup here before we go green. So I shall oblige. We have the L787 of Ronald Lucadoo starting on the pole, and then next to him the 84 of Haley Wyand. Outside row number 1. I love how slow they're coming up. 76 machine of Aaron Bowman. And the 71 of John Waterfield. How about this? A pair of Johnsons. The 11 machine of Cody Johnson and the 1 in of Nicholas Johnson. Green flag in the air. 3 wide. Will that work? Sure, why not? Look at these American stocks. We have 2 more cars in the field. I'll get you their names in just a second. Let's survive this first. Back straight away. We did it. Or did we? Nice bit of driving by all those drivers. 2 drivers I wasn't able to yet mention, the 38 of Taylor King and the wreck that we're about to have over here. Not too bad, just a car spinning around. The 13's also been having, oh, your leader spins it out. Oh, American stocks, man. Watch out for these guys. There's a reason I'm going to be setting up 6 stationary cameras for the main events. I was going to mention that also making a fun race out here is the 13 machine. That is driven by Raymond Shoemaker. Shoemaker working that outside line, trying to work into the top 5 in this heat race. How about the Johnsons going at it though? Cody and Nicholas beating and banging on each other. And then this side-by-side action. Here are your battle for the lead, or is your battle for the lead. We're gonna work on our grammar tonight. And the Johnson.
Nicholas Johnson is trying hard to get someone on Cody.
And around goes the shoe. Not the driver that we know has the nickname the shoe. But that is Raymond Shoemaker. So actually that's the shoemaker. And your leaders, Cody Johnson has the lead, Nicholas Johnson chasing down. Been a lot of small incidents in this race. Nothing that's going to park anybody, but certainly proving to be an exciting night for the American stocks. Lap 7, white flag is in the air. I keep looking over thinking there's someone blowing up, but what it is it's the way these tires are lined up right here. It looks like either a massive burnout or a massive blow up. Checkered flag to Cody Johnson. Nicholas Johnson second. Third place will go to the 38 machine, working their way up from the last row. That's Taylor King. And then the 71 machine fourth, John Waterfield. Everyone else working their way through. And American stocks all done. Get it on.
Here at the Nationals, just like
let's see here.
Santa Maria Raceway.
I think they changed the order because I see hobby stocks coming out, and I mean I won't judge, but you know.
All right, folks, it's time for the hobby stocks. This is, we got a lot of hobby stock fans out here. And don't forget the snack bar is open right now, so you can get some hamburgers, hot dogs, nachos, all sorts of great things there.
Do you know when the
snack bar going on through the weekend? All right, here we go. This is the first heat.
All right, hobby stocks getting ready to go for their 3 heats of racing action. Now they get the full 2-night treatment.
All right, in the first row, on the inside will be the 5C car, Chris Whitford. On the outside will be number 91, Scotty Priest. On the inside, second row.
I'm pretty sure that Denman just pulled back out in the car he just finished racing in. Gotta love that.
Third row, on the inside, the car 15F, that's Marcus Frazier. And number 55M, Matt McGeary.
Hard to tell with
On the
Denman.
fourth row, on the inside, number 3X of Jack Roberts. And on the outside, number 43, Sam Garvin.
So they're getting ready to go. Lights are still on in this one.
And on the fifth row,
5C of Chris Whitford will be starting on the pole in this one.
Hobbies, pro stocks, and then
Thank you.
All right, we're not seeing the 3X car of Jack Roberts.
All right. Now I got an updated schedule.
All right, folks, I've just been told by the Lions Club we're at $410. It's going to go to one lucky race fan tonight. I want to bring it up to over 1,000. I want to bring it up to over 1,000 tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Someone to go home with some
Sorry about the wait there. Again, the 5C machine, that's Chris Whitford starting on the pole. And then behind Chris, or excuse me, next to Chris,
Take too long.
is the number 91 machine of Scotty Priest. Row number 2 on the inside is the 14 machine of Rich Denman. And on the outside of 46 is Brian Childress. 15 piloted by Marcus Frazier. And the 55M of Matt McGeary. And then we got the 3 machine. Seen him racing at Bakersfield a couple times this year. That is Jack Roberts. The 43 is not Richard Petty, but Sam Garvin. And rounding out the field is the 18 machine of Aaron Bruce. Watching for the green, 3 heats for the Hobby Stocks, and it's in the air. And I smell hot dogs. One of the treacherous zones here is turn 2. You'd actually think it'd be more than it tends to catch, but there's just something ominous looking, especially from this vantage point of turn 2 when these drivers are side by side. It looks like they can so easily wash up and catch that wall. Almost happened here. A little bit of door slamming here between Bruce and Roberts. And it's going to get a little bit more intense as we pull off a stunt. That was McGeary getting sideways. Childress battling up here, trying to take over the 2nd position. This is all a battle for the 2nd position. Priest is your leader. Childress almost catches the wall. Oh, we're getting tight. Frazier on the inside of that 15 car. He's going to take over the 3rd position. Denman looking for a way through. Now Childress is going to slip from battling for 2nd all the way to 5th. And Richard Petty is out of gas. So it's Whitford in 2nd, chasing down Priest. Frazier in 3rd. Denman now starting to peak, looking for a way. That position. And Childress slips back. Bruce, Roberts, and then McGeary, the last car running on track right now, trying to stay on the lead lap. 43 car pulled it in of Garvin. Well, Priest is liking how things are feeling right now, but I feel like the entire pack is beginning to close in. Only 1 lap to go. Priest might just have everything going for that 91 machine. Whitford was closing in, but lost it off of the exit of the corner. Frazier closes in, Denman throws it in, but it's going to be Priest out of turn number 4, taking the checkered flag in the first heat race for the Hobby Stocks. Woo! Denman almost slammed in the back of Frazier. No brakes. Who needs them? Who needs them?
Ahead by 1 point over Matt McEwen coming into this race tonight.
Wow, only 1 point. Okay, well, we'll see. Matt McEwen will be in not this next heat, but the one after that, so we'll see how they do. This is our 2nd of our Hobby Stock heats here. And we've got number 91X, Michael Scruggs. He's got the inside on lane number 1. On the outside will be number C29 of Garrett Horn. 2nd row on the inside will be number 3, Doug Jeffers. And on the outside will be number 61 of Robbie Whitworth. Next row. 3rd row will be number 9, Donnie Schuyler on the inside, and number 59, Mike Hill Jr. on the outside.
Okay. There goes Richard Petty. Well, lights are off. 1 lap till we're racing for this group of cars before us. There we go. And there we go. Yeah. Starting on the pole, 91X. That is Michael Scruggs. To his outside is the number car. But it'd be more cool if we actually told you Taylor Janes was starting 3rd. That's what I thought. As we go through 29, that's the number I was looking for. Green flag! One contact right at the get-go, and we're probably going to see some retaliation, which actually didn't work out so well for the 29 car. Definitely tried to throw it in there, but there was some contact right off the get-go. Why not start things off with a little bit of excitement? That's what I say. That is the C29 machine. Garrett Horn. We've seen the C29, but I believe, we've seen that car racing up a little bit north from where you were usually covering races from. It's good to see Corn out here at the Nationals. Very memorable number, C29. Mike Hill Jr. looking to the inside in his 59 machine, looking on the inside of Corn, trying to take over the second position, but we're going to spin this one out. And Corn goes around. Caution, and I believe the first caution of the weekend. Probably going to be the last one, right, folks? There's no way that we're going to see more yellows. Not at a Nationals event. In the third spot, the 61 machine is Robbie Whitwer. The 3 mentioned now running in fourth of Taylor Janes. And then, man, what is that number? That is an exciting combination of a number on the side of the 5th place car. It is 9 3/4. I like the idea here. I love the number. That goes without saying. That's Eddie Williams in the 9 3/4, and then the straight up number 9 machine of Donnie Schuler. I know that last name. So Corn parked in the infield. I believe that's a sign that it is a one and done type of night. I did not mention, I think, the 118 of Robbie Cervantes. He is sitting now in the third spot, saved because we reverted back to lap number 2. Although Cervantes spun out, not the cause of the caution. Corn was the cause of the caution, and we pretend like nothing else happened.
Robbie Cervantes in third place right now, followed by Robbie Whitwer.
So 7 cars on track still. 8 started. And then we will have one more heat race for the hobby stocks on this Saturday version of the 2-day show. Again, we encourage you to let everybody know what you're doing, what you're up to on this night. Go ahead and share it. Maybe some other people out there are like, hey, I should be watching some good old racing at Santa Maria Raceway. Green flag is in the air. Scruggs and Hill into turn number 1. Cervantes and Whitwer, Janes in 5th, Schuler. Side by side for the lead here, lap number 3 clicking over. And Janes is there, oh, and that might have actually, yep, that definitely cut down the right rear tire for Janes. That's going to probably bring out a mechanical black flag and around. Actually, not fully around, just about 3/4 around. Is a 9 3/4 machine. Haha, Eddie Williams. So Janes to the infield with the flat tire. Williams does not bring out the caution, but has completely lost the pack and is about to re-find it with his rear bumper. Lap 5, this has been a wild heat race. Schuler almost caught the wall. I've heard that name pronounced multiple ways, by the way. It looks like Schuler. I've heard people pronounce it Skyler. Schooler. All right, they're going to see the white flag this time by. How bad does Hill want to win this heat race? White flag is flying. Lap traffic may come into play here with Williams just ahead of your leaders. If the 9 3/4 looks like he's going to keep it going straight. Coming to the checkered flag, it's going to be Scruggs, Hill, Cervantes, Whitwer, Schuler. Taking it home. 8 laps, 1 more heat race to go for the hobby stocks. Heat race number 3, and green. Skyler. Remember how I was like talking about the pronunciation there? I'm hearing enough people say Skyler. I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's probably how you pronounce it. So we're gonna stick with that, the announcer version of that. Bones though is gonna lose a spot here as the 62 machine looks to take over position. Leading is Matt McEwen in the 87. The 62 moving to the second spot, Tate Loftus. Got some good-looking hobby stocks out here. This should be a great race here tonight and tomorrow. The 29 T machine is Bryce Mulvey. And there's contact there going into turn 1. And contact here. Don't hit that. Oh. Well, that was a mess. And it's only going to get worse, it looks like. As we're door slamming hobby stocks. Who would have thought? Oh, we're getting tight. You want to make it to the main. Some of these drivers are trying to not do that. 3 wide into turn number 1. And I think they're going to kind of settle this one out. Maybe, yep. Yes, we did. That is the 21 machine of Kyle Wood. Wood has had interesting luck when it comes to nationals. Definitely looking for better luck than usual. The 11 machine we saw racing there, Billy Nelson. And then you also got the 19, who has a flat left rear, by the way. That is Pat Fossil. Rounding up this field of 44 is Gary Garvin. 6 laps, 2 laps to go. Look at the 19. Fossil here. Getting away with it. Looks like Fossil's going to make it to the end of this heat race, but the left to rear did not. We saw the door slamming, we saw the contact. That's going to lead to it. McEwen in the 87 machine is your leader and is coming around to take the checkered flag here in the heat race. Loftus second, Skyler third, Bryce Mulvey, and my dad's going to tell me the 19 has a flat left rear. Yes, he is. He wanted to, but he's going to beat the 44 machine of Garvin. Barely. Nice wheeling it there. Okay, so next up we're going to have the Pro Stocks, and then we're going to have the IMCA Modifieds. Lots of IMCA Modifieds here. We're going to have a B-main tonight, and it's only going to ramp up from there.
21 JT and Justin Crockett. Here we go, folks. It's the Pro Stocks.
I'm going to grab my list here. Again, folks, go ahead if you haven't already, if you're new to Low Budget TV. I'm Jeffrey Best. I'm usually joined with Tommy Mason. Tommy's actually out right now checking out. He's actually covering an event out in Indianapolis at the Speedrome Figure 8 race, which is probably about halfway through at this point, I would think. So he's going to be tuning in tonight, no doubt, to check out the racing here at Santa Maria Raceway. But yeah, so I mean we're doing a lot this weekend, which means we're both, so to speak, flying solo. I know Tommy's got a nice little team over there in Indy. And they've already given them the one to go, so racing is coming, and it's coming hard. Watch for the green flag. Green flag! And into turn 1, the Pro Stocks go. Always fun to watch these cars on this track. Oh, but you don't want to do that. Hollywood Tina Bell with an early issue there. Gets it going straight. No surprise to see Tina Bell work her way into this class. We used to see her race in many stocks and then eventually now in this division, because the 54 machine of Brady Bell, I'm sure, was an influence. There's Brady, who's about to lose a position, lose the 3rd spot perhaps. Oh, let's spin this car up. So we just turned around the 5-end machine of Frank Nyback. No caution's going to come out. So your leader, the 21 JT of Justin Crockett, which is fun because we also have a 20 team, not a 21 team. So yeah, 21 JT of Justin Crockett being chased down by the 38 machine of Doug Thornton. Thornton wants this. We're closing in on the halfway point of this heat race now. Nyback's going, but he's holding it up. Brady Bell in the 54. That's going to allow Bell to fall back into the clutches of Chris Smith in the 50 machine, and perhaps help the 66 to close in, driver Elton Schaefer. So it's everybody in this race and how they're doing. Again, Nyback in the 5N is a lap down. Bell got a little squirrely there. May have caught the wall with the 29. Didn't see if she did. It looks like the right rear of that car is a bit too much paint on it. I could be wrong though. It looks like Bell is struggling a bit, maybe having a mechanical issue on top of the early issues for that car. 1 lap to go, the white flag's in the air, and it's going to be Crockett coming out of turn 4 and taking the checkered flag in the first of 2 heat races for the Pro Stocks tonight, but not for the whole weekend. So heat race number 2 of 3, as we just discovered, with Billy the Kid Simpkins starting on the pole. The 11. Oh, we always have to make sure if this is the M or the X.
All right, folks, here we go.
That is the M. Clay Daly. First time I ever interviewed Clay Daly was right here in Santa Maria. Actually, we have that interview up on our Low Budget TV Facebook page. You can check it out. It happened about 10 years ago, maybe? It was a long time ago. And there were a lot of drunk people in it, so it's fantastic. You should check it out. Good battle up front here between Simpkins and Daly. This division gets very aggressive. Simpkins will take it over. He knows this track. There's a fierce one on this track. The 95 machine in 3rd, Steve Worstel. 77 machine of Bill Bartels. How about that, Bill? Got himself a Pro Stock. 33 machine is Rob Gilbertson. He's in the 5th spot and in 6th. And rounding out the field is this car right here, the number 87 of Chris Clinton. So things come down up front. We look at the battle for 3rd as Bill Bartels. They call him Wild Bill. Closing in on the back end. Weather out here, you can see it. Look how blue those skies are. It's gonna get a little chilly here during this weekend. Just barely in t-shirt weather. You see this battle here going on for the 5th spot. And that one is going to go to Clinton. Gilbertson falls back a position, only changed 4 position. Now Simpkins starting to run away from Daly. Lap number 6, white flag flies here for lap number 7. 1 lap to go in this 8-lap heat race. 1 heat race to go for the Pro Stocks. Checkered.
Yeah, it was really cool.
So 1 more Pro Stock heat race coming up.
A victory in his parents' memorial race last year in the Pro Stocks. That was really cool.
Well, I am looking forward to announcing that here. 2-day race this Labor Day weekend. We're not going to do
Just kind of looking over. Who is our newbie?
All right, hey, I know you got me right now. Lions Club money.
I have you. I have you.
Folks, real quick here.
Okay, so I lied. No newbie.
0931.
Looks like maybe we just had enough of these cars show up. And they're like, well, we're good to go. And I'm good with that. More racing. Can't complain about more racing.
We're going to have to tow them out. Somebody parked them right in front of the cones. A Toyota Tacoma Silver and a purple Suburban. If you're parked over there by our entrance sign, please get those moved ASAP. Thank you.
Thank ya. All right, so we get ready to go. Lights are off. Starting on the pole in this 6-car heat race. That's the 21 machine of Devin Crockett. Another Crockett in the field. The 13M is piloted by Matt Mayo. You see the 43 starting third. That is the 43K of Dave King. 20T, that's the driver Toby Randolph. 11X machine of Tim Randolph. And rounding out the field, the 71 of Orville Owens.
On the inside of row number 3, that'll be 11X of Tim.
And then we move into the modifieds.
Number 71 of
Oh, that was squirrely and exciting. Continuing to be so. Crockett to the early lead, but they're battling hard here. Randolph and King. Mayo battling up for the lead, trying to close in on Crockett in that blue 13 machine. Battle on track is the one we're watching here. Randolph losing it to Randolph as Toby losing a position to Tim. Devin Crockett, our leader. See how the whole field cycles through turns 3 and 4. See some cars running the high line, others right on that white line. We'll see how that kind of works through the night. And here's the battle as the 11X now closes in on King. So Randolph looking to the inside. There might be some contact. Almost kept it clean. 6 laps into this, 2 laps to go. Devin Crockett. Looks like it's going to be a Crockett showdown here from what we're seeing in the heats. Hard racing for the 3rd position. White flag is out for Crockett. And out of turn number 4, it's going to be the 21 machine. Devin Crockett taking the win. Mayo 2nd, and King is going to hold off Randolph for the 3rd position.
All right, folks, are you ready for the IMCA modified? Oh, come on. Are you ready for the mods? Yeah, they haven't opened the door so I can actually hear you. We got 4 heats. 4 heats of modified. 4 are going to transfer to May.
That's right, we've got 32 total here tonight, so top color we're ready. 2 B-mains for the IMCA modifieds coming up.
All right, here we go. We're going to start this out.
Well, folks, this is one of my favorite part about Nationals events because we're going to be talking about transfers. They're going to work on getting the field sorted up here for the IMCA modifieds. Looks like we're going to run at least one more lap.
Carlos Jr. And on the outside, number 20 of Aaron Rodarte. I have row number 2 on the inside will be number 3, Ryan Lauer. And on the outside will be number 16B of Randy Brown. Row number 3.
Lights are off.
42S of Shannon. And on the outside, we have 97 of Justin Villanueva. And in row number 4, in the back on the inside, will be number 32, Shannon.
And here we go.
Outside is going to be Chris Crocodile Rock. Here we go.
4 cars transfer to the A main event. Everybody else has to fight their way in. Again, 4 cars transfer. Everyone else is fighting. And we're already having issues. 97 car is a major issue to that. Justin Villanueva. Looks like that car's back at the pace. Not quite sure what that was all about. But everyone's racing for that top 4. We do have a battle for the transfer spot. Leading this one away, the 07 is Troy Morris. 20 machine of Aaron Rodarty. 3 car in 3rd. Ryan Lauer. And you got the 32 of Chris Shannon. Not quite sure what's going on with the 97. Those 4 cars I just mentioned, though, are the ones that are in transfer spots. Everyone else needs to race their way in either now or you have to go through the B. You do not want to have to rely on the B main event to be your good fortune. 16B, that's Randy Brown trying to find his way into a spot. He's outside looking in right now, but he sees the transfer spot. His bumper's nearly on the transfer spot. Santa Maria Raceway Nationals. You see that 15 machine, beautiful looking car. Bill Eagleston. And he's about to lose the spot to the 7, but the transfer spot's heating up. And there it is, contact, and we are trading donuts. Not able to complete it. Brown is chasing down the 32 for the transfer spot. Contact and almost into a tractor tires the 7. Chris Crump Jr. trying to make it happen. Now he's going to be at risk of losing the spot to Eagleston. The transfer spot's the 32. This is a heat race, first of 4. White flag is in the air. Who's going to make it into the A? Morris, Rodarty, and Lauer are good. Now we got 2 cars side by side trying to make it in. The 32S of Shannon has the spot. Can Crump do anything on the outside? He's going to try. Brown mashes the gas and almost contact, checkered flag. And that's why we love transferring people in. 32 wasn't able to get up there in time. That's DJ Shannon. What a race that was. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to say hi to everybody who's peeking in here on Facebook as we do a Facebook Live here to wet the whistle, make some people, I don't want to say jealous, because you guys have the option to join us here for the whole night. I want everybody to go ahead who's watching, let us know where you're watching from here on Facebook Live. When I get a break, get a minute, I'm going to see who is checking in and from where. But as we get ready to go, here is the deal. This is Santa Maria Raceway, and this is the Nationals. We are here for the Nationals, a 2-day show, Saturday and Sunday. You have the option to join us for both nights, and folks, you do not want to miss it. We have 32 of these IMCA modifieds racing here tonight, and it is certain to be a wild one. We already saw some heat race action a little bit earlier on. Lots of racing still yet to go, including late models racing for $2,000 tonight, $3,000 tomorrow. So you can go ahead, check us out, lowbudget.tv. That's where you'll find the link. You can join us for the whole night, and I recommend it. It's going to be a solid weekend of racing. Starting on the pole in this one, the 96A machine is Clay Daly. Clay has already raced once tonight. He was in the Pro Stock race. Lots of clean racing so far, so in theory you haven't missed anything. We haven't done any transfers or whatnot, so this is the division that's worrying about B-mains and all that. So in theory you haven't missed a thing. And if you go ahead and purchase now, you guys are good. We're going to let you peek for a little bit, but then we're going to have to close it out. So you don't want to chance it, guys. You want to make sure you're in. Those that are here with us through lowbudget.tv, you guys are good. you guys are set for the entire night, hopefully for the entire weekend. And again, I'm Jeffrey Best. I want to welcome you all in here as we continue on. 1P, that's Scott Pounds, veteran in racing, but alongside him, another veteran in racing, the 2 machine of Bobby Hogue. 71, Bill Wilker. 21, Austin Rodardi, and then we have the last 2 cars on the field, the 26A of Paris Archie, and the 1 machine of Steve Streeter. Green flag is in the air. 4 cars will transfer straight to the A main event. Everybody else has to go through what will be 2 B mains tonight. You do not want to have to deal with the B main events. They are unpredictable, they are wild, and they tend to have a lot of carnage. Right now, some of these drivers really liking where they are. Like the 111 machine, Logan Drake. He's in the lead. Laney in second. Pounds throws it in hard. That's not for a transfer spot, but it might create a battle for the transfer spot as Bobby Hogue closes in on Laney. Hogue has the final spot to make it into the A main event. Rodardi trying to close in. You see Streeter there on the inside of Wilker. Wilker not able to hold on to it. And Archie closing in as well on the 26A machine. These drivers need to move, but not move like that. That's not going to get you into the A main event. Car's going to be able to get off, not bring out a yellow. Get it up to speed in the event there is a yellow. Archie's not out of it yet, per se. Rodardi's going to have to move. We're halfway through this heat race, lap number 4. 8 laps for each of these heat races. Still have late model heat races to go. Then we have the B mains for the modifieds, and then 5 divisions racing main events tonight. 6 divisions racing main events tomorrow, including the sport mods. That will be on tap. A lot of these divisions doing double duty. Well, ones that aren't American stocks. Tonight's their only night. We love that division. Nice to see Streeter get around Rodardi. And adding in some fun tomorrow. So, again, there is a weekend pass. We highly recommend you join us for the whole weekend. I mean, come on, it's a Saturday night. You should be watching some racing. Especially on this great weekend. Love the honoring that's going on all around the country. White flag in the air. Logan Drake, the 111 machine, is going to see the checkered flag first. Archie did end up going down a lap. It won't really make a difference though. That car's going to the B main. Drake takes the win. Pounds, Laney, and Hogue. There's a dangerous name. Hogue will be transferring into the A main event. Everyone else has to deal with the B mains. So, for those that are peeking here on the Facebook Live looking on this Saturday night, that looks interesting. I think there was an argument for space, but I don't think it was an intentional argument. But again, for those that are peeking in here on Facebook Live, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you guys the modified heats. And then once the checkered flag flies on the modified heats, we're going to have to cut it. So no ifs, ands, or buts. So those of you, again, some of you are locked and loaded here for the night. But you guys see the awesome racing that's going on. You don't want to miss any of this for the next 2 days of racing. Tomorrow we're going to start at 4:30 Pacific time with racing action. While they're lining some cars up, I'm going to pull out my phone, see if I can find out where you all are watching from here. And we love interacting with our viewers. Always a fun time. So let's see where you all are watching from. Watching, hey, Jose's watching from Iowa. Nice. Andy's watching from Indy. That's actually where Tommy is right now. We got Brandy from Kingman, Arizona. Tony from Humphreys Peak, Flagstaff. Norm from No. Well, actually, it's New Hampshire. North from New Hampshire. Tuning in.
Whatever yellow. There we go. One more lap.
Again, on the live look, and go ahead, let us know where you're tuning in from.
Of course, last year,
For those on Facebook, it is Low Budget TV on Facebook. You can also check us out on YouTube. But if you're going to watch some racing, see some highlights, go ahead and follow that Facebook page. Hit like on it. You never know where we'll be next. Of course, we try to keep you all updated as we get ready for another 8-car heat race, 4 cars transferred. And we're racing into turn number 1. 21J of Justin Crockett, your leader. The 4 machine on the outside, that is Doug Thornton. They are battling hard right around that transfer spot. The 24 machine of Roger Holder. He's in the 3rd spot. 11XX of Brad Pounds. They call him the Dominator. He's going to be a tough one to get around. Still side by side for the lead. Thornton's going to take it. To find their way into the A main event. You got to transfer to the top 4, otherwise you got to do B mains. The 96 machine, Cody Laney, is outside looking in. The 72 machine of Kevin Irwin, and here comes to the inside the 28P of John Piker. Other car out looking in is the 1X of, now that is Steve Streeter. Now, okay, there was another number 1 machine. I'll have to, you know what? I bet you that was Ethan Dotson. That son of a gun. He has a huge number 1, and I feel like the paint scheme changes every weekend. We're on lap number 4. We are halfway through this. You see how intense things are getting here between Thornton and Pounds. Laney is a competitor who can easily, and I say easily with an asterisk, he could be your winner tonight. It would not be unheard of for him to be your winner tonight. Laney is a strong driver. I'm making this point because right now, Laney might miss the A main event. That's how intense these races are. We see track positions key tonight. Be curious to see how things get as the temperatures cool down here. We're near the coast out in Santa Maria. As Holder closes in on Crockett, battle for the lead on the white flag lap. Battle for 3rd on the white flag lap. Can Laney do anything as they have contact right in front of Laney? Laney looks to the inside. Not able to keep it there. Crockett through the final turn is going to deal with Holder. Laney's going to try to make it in. Can the 96 machine do it? Not at the line. 8 laps. Almost. Laney needed 1 more. Crockett moves on to the A. Holder, Pounds, and Thornton. Laney, Piker, Irwin, and Streeter to the B. And I'm surprised because Ethan Dotson in that 174 machine, I believe, 175 machine is going to have to deal with B mains as well. So we have some good cars that are going to be in that B main event just a little bit later on. We got Robert tuning in from Ventura. Thank you, Robert. Again, folks, join us for the weekend. We have main events tonight. B mains still on tap. Even still the late model heat races that are going to be going on. You really do not want to miss the racing here. Santa Maria Raceway. It's intense. It sometimes involves some trading paint, and I say sometimes as if it's not more than often. It happens a lot. It gets crazy and wild out here. We got hobby stocks. We have American stocks. IMCA modifieds. We'll have sport mods tomorrow. Mini stocks. The late models. Late models racing for $2,000 and $3,000 over the weekend. And a good field of those cars out here as well. Modifieds, they carry the biggest field number. There's 32 of these machines here tonight. But they can't all start. And that's why these heat races are so key. The good news for these drivers, if you don't make it in tonight, you get a full new shot tomorrow night. You could get a weekend pass for those of you tuning in that haven't purchased it. You could get a full weekend pass to join us here here on lowbudget.tv. Plenty of racing. Your money's worth. So it is going to be a good night of racing tonight. An even more intense night of racing tomorrow, because tomorrow night is the night when these drivers don't have to worry about fixing their cars for the next night. So the intensity ramps up at every stage. Heat races right now, these drivers are going, okay, I want to make it in, but if I don't, I know I have the B main. Then we're going to have the B main just after the late model heat races. And when the B mains happen, that's when these drivers are going to go, okay, I have to make it in, but if I don't, there's still tomorrow. Then tomorrow in the heat races, they're like, not again, I can't deal with a B main. And if they have to deal with the B main, that B main is the one where they're going, I did not come all the way out here to not make an A main event. Not to mention, and I'm just talking about B mains. This isn't even beginning to talk about the main event racing. So, a lot of divisions here. I also want to mention the pro stocks in town. They are going to be putting on a show. Lots of racing. 5 divisions tonight, 6 divisions tomorrow. Full nights of racing, and we get ready to go here as we wait for the green flag. Kirkpatrick jumps to the lead in that 77 car, side by side for second. This is going to be, I think, the race of the transfer spot. We have some fast cars trying to work their way in right now. 22 machine, 22D, Ryan Daves, he's into a good spot, second right now. 28K of Chester Ness. And the last car in currently, 766, that's a big number, of Joe Antonti. Behind Joe are the cars trying to make it in. So Joe has the last transfer spot in that 7 car. Behind him, don't look now, the 41 machine's coming. Danny Lauer knows this track well. We also have a battle for the lead, you see, to the left. That's Dave looking underneath Patrick. These drivers are safe. These ones not so much. Here comes Danny Lauer peeking to the inside. Behind him, Cheddar Cheese, Chet Reeves in the 9XXX. Another fast car that's not in currently, Tony Toast. And behind him, the 21 machine. I believe that's the 21R of Riley Simmons. It's going to be crazy to see Tony Toast also in these B-mains. We have some really heavy hitters that aren't transferring in right now, and that's just going to ramp up the intensity in those B-mains. Side by side for third. Daves has the lead. Kirkpatrick is second. Niss is trying to hold off. And Tonti. And we're trading paint. Reeves is off, but here comes Lauer for the transfer spot. Contact down the back straightaway. 2 laps to go, and Lauer moves into a transfer spot. White flag. Niss does not want to give it up. That 28K has one more shot of not dealing with a B-main event. The 28K is there. And a turn 4, Daves is going to win the race. Kirkpatrick gets second. He's in the A. And it's going to be Lauer who will transfer in with Antonti. And Niss, Toast, Simmons, and Reeves all have to deal with the B-main event. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where, for tonight, we must say goodbye to Facebook Live. We want to thank you all for tuning in again.
All right, folks.
And certainly hope that you'll join us for the rest of the night. Robert says he wants to see some late models. Robert, all I can say is you can. Go to lowbudget.tv and hit purchase on the night. We're going to have a good night of racing, a great weekend of racing. You do not want to miss
I know last night at the practice you were pretty impressed with
any of it.
speed that some of these guys were putting out.
Absolutely, I can't wait to see what they're treating.
Late models are going to be coming out again. Still full deal for late models. They haven't even touched the track yet, racing wise. They have qualified. They are going to come out. They're going to do their heats. And the fans are hyped.
Cool kids way over there.
And so is Crazy Chris, the announcer. So it's going to be a night.
They're on sale at the merchandise.
It's going to be a weekend to remember.
Spring National T-shirts, awesome. They got a whole line of them. They got hoodies, they got black, they got pink. So head on over to the merchandise booth and pick up your national shirt. So we're waiting here for our late mods to come out. And if you've never seen these cars before, it is pretty awesome. Hanging out over here in the VIP section for the very important people. Keep it nice and warm. Now, is everybody here coming tomorrow again? Come on, I hope you guys are good out tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. We have some great, these riders out here, they're going to be going hardcore tonight in their mains because our American stocks are going to be going for $1,000. Hobby stocks racing for $1,000. Pro stocks getting $1,200 winner. IMCA models getting $1,200. And this one, though, West Coast late models racing 2,000 bones here for the winner. So they're going to be going hard and heavy. Everybody wants that pole position with the best lap time in the main events later on.
Maybe I'll go down and get a monster.
Alright, here we go. 91P. Mason Cabbage out here. Ross Sanders. Number 12, Nick Martell. Number 17, Larry Childress. Number 17, Larry Childress. And number 38. Oh, there's Little Dirty, Dylan Thornton out here. Number 91T, Tony Toast. Dylan Thornton. Be on that side of the ball row.
Is Tony Toast in the greenest car?
What? Yeah. Yes, sir. All right. And then there were those on lowbudget.tv. And those watching much later on YouTube, but you know, we'll talk about that later. But again, folks, if you haven't already and you're tuning in, you're new to Low Budget TV, go ahead and like the Facebook page. And you'll be able to keep up to date with everything that's going on, including the fact that there's two 91s on in the front row. The 91P of Jason Pappage and the 91T of Tony Toast. Toast is in the bright yellow machine, and Pappage is not. Green flag. Good to see a strong field of late models out here at Santa Maria Raceway. racing out here. Drivers like this track, and oh man, did they get aggressive. Rob Sanders is in the 3rd spot in the 10N. The 12 machine is Nick Bartels, 32 of Clay Daly. He's busy this weekend. No, you know what? I even lied. 30. Wait a minute. Yes, I did not lie. Clay Daly is very busy this weekend. 17 Lightning Larry Childress, and rounding out the field, the 38 machine is Dylan Thornton, and the 28 machine just got done racing in, I believe, the previous heat race, Chester Ness. Well, things got single file here as these drivers are working their way through this heat race. It's going to be crazy, the turnaround for the IMCA Modifieds, because they just did their heat races and then they're going to turn around and do their B mains. I'll double check the schedule, but that is my understanding. Which essentially meant for those IMCA Modifieds, you had one hope to make it in, and that's by keeping your car in one piece regardless of where you finished. If you had a wreck, there was not going to be time to fix it. Toast did not transfer. I mean, I want to stress this. Tony Toast did not transfer with his IMCA Modified yet. He has a B main to go through, but he has work to do to make it in. And then you turn around and put him in a late model, and Tony Toast almost has a full straightaway lead. Just goes to show the competitive nature of this entire group of races out here at Santa Maria Raceway this weekend. Checkered flag to Toast. Pappage gets 2nd. Sanders in 3rd. Bartels in 4th. I believe that's also how the top 4 started. So, that is a wrap on that heat race. Let's see here. I have an updated schedule, and it does look like the B mains are still in order how I expected. All right. Heat racing, last one. It is the late models, and green flag is gonna fly. The 5L machine, Cody Laney, another driver. This will be interesting. Another driver who did not transfer into the IMCA Modified A main event through heats has a chance to the B mains, but this driver has the option of doing the same thing Toast did. Although we're gonna have to redo it because they didn't like that start at all. But again, the 5L machine, that's Cody Laney doing double duty. To his outside is the 21 machine of Devin Crockett, 11X, driven by Steve Drake, and the 2 machine of Bobby Hogue. Starting in the 5th spot, the 37 machine of Ray Trimble. We got the 3 of Jimbo Clark, 6 machine of John Blackford, Hot Rod. And rounding out the field, the 5W, that's Larry Wise. Let's look for a better restart here. I think they're going to like that one better. Woo, man. Hot Rod was way up against the wall. Jimbo's going to so far. Things might change, or things will change, as dirt track racing tends to do. But how will this track be different later on? Caution flag for Blackford. Not a lot of cautions, not a lot of carnage in the heat races. That's what we like to see. You know, save it for the mains. but it's good because a lot of these drivers will be able to make it on with no issue to their main events, including these guys who are going to be racing for $2,000 here tonight. And then ramp it up, why don't we, to $3,000 on Sunday.
Hot Rod's going to get back out on the track. It looks like he will.
Hot Rod.
All right, folks. When you go there, I've had some issues with parking, folks. We got tow truck blocks everything out here.
I do want to make one correction that I made like 10 years ago. I said that it was Taylor Janes driving in the 3-car. It is Doug Jeffers, and the 3-car I'm referring to is in the hobby stocks. So I want to correct myself there. I will have that corrected here. I've actually known, I made the mistake of reading the name on the door, and in dirt track racing, you just cannot get by with that. So Doug Jeffers was racing earlier on, will be racing in the hobby stock. And green flag. Cody Laney, our leader, lap number 1. Blackford is going to work in that high groove. It's going to find a way. Laney, Crockett, Drake, and Hogue. On lining up the B mains for the IMCA modifieds. There'll be a small intermission between this race and the IMCA modified B main, and then there'll be a bigger intermission later on. Solid heat races. Again, this is expected to be the calmer of the 2 nights. This is the night that these drivers are going, well, we have a full weekend of racing. Let's not hurt anything. You know, let's be patient. As much as race car drivers can be, at least. You know, no reason to really risk a lot in these heat races. The goal is to be at that main event. Hogue right now, working the rear bumper of the 11X machine. Cody Laney takes the white flag. So 2 late model heat races, and both involving drivers that about ran away with it in the late models, but weren't able to transfer to the A main event in the IMCA modifieds. Hot Rod. Checkered flag. And that is a wrap on the heat races. So, for those that watched on YouTube in the belated version of the heat race footage, want to thank you all for tuning in, and a reminder to check us out on Facebook, Low Budget TV, and go ahead and subscribe to Low Budget TV on YouTube. For those of you on lowbudget.tv watching live right now here on this Memorial Day weekend, so much more to come. It's only getting started.